Hey, hi, hello. It's the LaSala Show. Episode 20. My guest tonight, dear friend, Mr. Austin Hoffpauir. How say you, sir?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
I mean, it's been a little too long. Do I look any different? Am I sexier?
Man, absolutely.
So what characteristics do you find more sexual?
Well, there's a little bit less hair up top.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Balding,
that's a step in the right direction. So that's,
I've heard from bald people that it's better to get it out of the way as soon as possible so that people can get used to it easier.
I've heard the same.
You don't have that problem, though.
Not yet.
I mean, you have a thick, luscious bush on your head.
Well, it's been described like that before. We'll see. We'll see.
Here, you have to look at your dad's hair, or no, your grandfather's hair.
They're dead. I don't remember.
Oh my god, that's morbid. See, my grandfather was bald as fuck. And I probably knew this when I was, 14 because I did the math and I was like, well, my dad has a thick, luscious bush, but it's your mother's grandfather, or your mother's father, right?
I think so. I think that's how it works.
Fucking terrible.
Who even understands? I mean, they say it skips a generation, but I don't know. Who knows?
Episode 20, the LaSala Show, January 9th, 2021. How has this year been for you so far through these 9 days?
Okay. I've been okay.
No complaints yet?
No complaints. A standard day in my world. I just keep from watching the news.
Yeah.
So I say all right.
Yeah. So you didn't see what happened in the Capitol building the other day?
I did. Most, more often than not, my news sources are meme pages. So that's generally how I find out about stuff.
Right. Yeah, and it's like giving a dog a vitamin. You want to put a little cheese or ham around it to get him to eat it.
Absolutely.
So then it's a little digestible and,
Well, obviously all news sources are skewed one way or the other. And at least with a meme page, I can immediately know which way it's skewed.
Yeah. And
I can make a decision from that. Somebody's not trying to pull some fuckery on me and make it seem like they're telling me the right thing, but they're really not,
So you were a Trump supporter, yes?
What? Who gave you that information?
It's an icebreaker, Austin.
I got you. Okay. Cheap laughs. Gotcha.
How did you watch the melees that happened at the Capitol office? Was it just YouTube or only on memes?
No, I eventually watched some videos on YouTube because it was just so outrageous. It's hard to believe that any of it happened in the first place, like how completely ridiculous it was. So it generally, a meme will pique my interest, and then I have to, dive a little bit further into
follow-up.
Exactly. Get longer than a 30-second clip or like a snapshot.
How jealous were you that you weren't there?
Okay. The circumstances behind it, I would want nothing to do with, but the whole thing as a whole, storming the Capitol building is pretty legit.
It's pretty rock and roll,
yeah,
right?
It really is. It really is.
I mean, all those people are in jail or soon to be in jail, but also, was it worth it? Well, who knows about some of these people? Maybe they have, too many kids and they don't want to go to work or any number of reasons. This was like a nice cop-out to your regular life, and you get to say, we're starting a revolution,
Look,
bitch.
I need to get the fuck out of here. Here's my ticket out.
Right. And you could always just claim I was doing it for my country.
Yeah. patriotism.
For
You
my
can always claim patriotism.
My Donald Trump.
God.
Well, I was just admiring the person that was selling French fries and hot dogs outside of the Revolution.
What a hustle.
That is brilliant. And if anything, I would like to think that there should be a band playing while this is happening. Like just like some metal band.
Dude, you can't buy exposure like that.
Yeah. Who was that bitchin' band playing at the Revolution at the Capitol building?
We literally played the music to a revolution.
Yeah. And everyone got arrested except for us. We got a noise ordinance.
We had a noise permit. We were good.
All right, so you're back in Lafayette for the first time in a while, right? You've been in Texas.
Been in Tejas, man.
Now, did you notice any differences in the people or the quality of people from Texas to Louisiana?
Ooh. People in Texas were really nice, actually.
Right?
The main difference I found was like, because from a customer standpoint, the people I was dealing with were extremely wealthy in Dallas, and like the difference between what somebody thought was wealthy in Lafayette compared to what was wealthy in Dallas was vast.
Right.
Huge. And those wealthy people were so much less stuck up and so much nicer than Lafayette wealthy people. It was outrageous.
Well, they have a Real Housewives of Dallas. They don't have a Real Housewives of Lafayette, even though they should. And it would probably be all River Ranch bitches.
Well, I think they have the show in their own heads.
Right, like they're living out the housewife dream of, well, it's time to go shopping and let's have a wine get-together and let's argue about some petty bullshit. Throw drinks on each other.
Absolutely.
What does your husband do again? How much does he make? How many houses?
Oh, I'll cover your bill today. Don't worry. You'll be okay.
But so you're moved in with your lady, yes?
Yes, correct.
Is this your first time living with a female?
No.
Okay. So what are some tips you can give to our listeners out there who are living with a female maybe for the first time? Since you're an old vet, you can give them some advice.
Okay, so first off, I haven't lived with someone in several years. So what I would consider normal thing that I would do living by myself, don't do. And if you do that, you're okay.
Just do the opposite of whatever you want to do.
Your natural instinct,
right.
Don't follow.
It's the Costanza rule. I get it. So, if, in fact, you have a fight with your live-in partner, what are those, next several hours like? And how do you get back in good graces?
Don't let it be several hours later. Fix it right then.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I guess I don't want to say I've learned it the hard way, is you got to talk, and that generally fixes a lot of things. And most of the time I'm in the wrong to begin with.
Well, that's the other thing is, if you know you're in the wrong, it's easiest just to admit it, apologize, and move on.
Absolutely.
And then beg for sex.
Well, in so many words.
And then say let's have some makeup sex. Ha ha ha. Except I'm not joking.
I mean, if you're down.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't want to force anything on you, but it does say here in the rules of relationships that after a fight there's sex, makeup sex.
Yeah, I think I'm in a pretty fortunate situation where I haven't really, really annoyed her yet. So, it's still...
Well, what's the worst you can think of that you've done? I'm sure if we had her on right now, she could give us a laundry list, but let's just...
Oh, I'm sure.
From your vantage point. Is it something petty as leaving the toilet seat up, or,
No, just okay. So, I'm not the most gentle when I say things to people sometimes.
Okay.
And it's not intentional.
Yeah, when you walked in, the first thing you said was, "What's up, bitch?" And I was like,
Well,
"Whoa, that's a little far. I don't know that we're on bitch communication yet." It frightened me a little. That's all I'm saying is it frightened me.
well, I like to let people know where I'm coming from straight out the gate. But, yeah, so like, okay, chewing with your mouth open is like,
Ah.
that is like, the bell, it's my biggest pet peeve. And she's not the worst at it at all. Like, it's actually fine. But like,
She's not the worst
no,
at it.
absolutely not. She's really good, actually. And I said something one day, and it like, my delivery wasn't 100%, and so I don't know if you call that like. Maybe I'm just an asshole. That's probably what it boils down to. It's just it doesn't come down to delivery. It's just I'm just kind of an asshole sometimes.
Well, sometimes you can let words fly that sort of sting just based on the delivery.
Well, yeah.
Like if you just say it in a whole different way, probably man, how's that food? It sounds good. Like like I can hear you chomping all the way from here.
Hey, you're chewing with your mouth open. Let's try it. Not. Let's try it with our mouth closed.
Let's go ahead and don't do that anymore. No, man, that is definitely. I think there's a whole disorder name.
There really
for
is.
It. And people like go psychotic whenever they hear people like chomping, even like even if their mouth is closed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes just the chewing, like I have an eating disorder because of it. Like I eat alone, off in the corner. I think like sitting down at a dinner is very uncomfortable. Like people are chewing and with the knife and the fork on the what is it, plaster? The plaster of Paris. They're cutting down. It's all noisy.
The whole thing's an awkward experience if you think about it. It is.
Especially in a car.
Oh fuck! I will not eat in the car. Like I can fucking wait. I will wait till I get home with my food.
Right. What about on a road trip? You crack open a little peanut.
Okay, and
the amplification, like a car is the best place to listen to music. It's the worst place to eat acoustically.
wow.
Pork rinds.
Oh, holy shit! I think I stay hyper aware of it because it's such a pet peeve of mine.
Right. Because you as yourself, you're very conscious of it, and you're probably really good at it.
Well, because I don't want to be hypocritical.
Exactly.
I don't want to tell, like, when I'm chewing my mouth open, I don't want to tell you, like, hey, shut the fuck up with a mouthful of food. So, you gotta keep track of those things so you know when you can cross a line like that.
Right. Like if my girlfriend gets drunk, well, I probably can't get drunk and make fun of you anymore if I'm drunk as well.
Well, right. Or have somebody else tell her.
Yes. Then you have to fight.
Yeah.
Then there's an awkward fight. Don't hit me in the face, but also I have to maintain my dignity with my lady.
Holy shit.
What was your first kiss like, Austin?
Holy fuck, dude.
How old were you?
God, I don't know how old I was. This will date it, though. That movie, Save the Last Dance. Do you remember that? With what was her name? Julia Stiles? Was that it?
Julia Stiles and that other black guy that never did anything.
Yeah,
ever.
exactly. Besides that.
He was a dancer.
Right. I think it was during that movie. So that probably like, I don't know, 5th grade, 6th grade, something like that.
Wow, getting after him young.
Well.
Now, what kindergarten class was she in?
Hey, dude. It was Catholic school. You know how Catholic girls are.
Never mind. So, it was a priest.
Oh. Who knows, man?
So, did you do the lean in, or was there tongue?
I don't recall if there was tongue. I don't think there was.
So, it was just like a little peck situation.
Yeah. And, it's like one of those things like, every single person that was there, because it wasn't just us at the movie. It was like, 26th graders, and everybody's like, holy shit, they're gonna kiss, and like everybody's fucking looking.
Oh my
like,
god!
Oh my god, do it! Oh my god, do it!
Oh dude, bro, you totally kissed
Holy
her.
fuck, you did it!
Yeah, I remember going to those movie nights and it was like, all right, all of our parents are gonna drop us off at Olive Green. Or what is it? What is it called?
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
Don't act too good for Olive Garden. Don't act like you forgot Olive Garden's name.
Dude, it's been a lot of years since I've been there. I'm not hating on them. But also, what the fuck is Olive Green?
Good question.
So you get dropped off by your parents, and there's a movie theater within like the same parking lot. So it's like, all right, we trust them just to walk to this. And you're only going to see a PG-13 movie, right? Yes. No, we're going to see some R movie. It's like, I can't even think of an R-rated movie right now.
So
Red October?
For Red October?
Yeah, man, there's a lot of blood and rape and guts and this.
My parents dropped me and my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and one of my friends off at the movie theater. Like, it was that exact situation, but we were trying to go see Blade 2. It had just come out.
Ooh, yeah.
But, like,
see, that would have been a good pull.
My sister and her boyfriend bought literally the last 2 tickets. So, like, me and my friend were just fucked.
Oh.
So we just, like, it was that movie theater behind the mall.
Oh,
I don't remember what that one was. But there were these ditches out front, and they had Nutri-Rats in them. I don't know if you ever noticed that. So, like, I spent like 2.5 hours in this ditch chasing Nutri-Rats. And my mom comes and picks me up, and I'm all muddy. She's like, what the fuck have you been doing?
It was an interactive film. Yeah. They spewed shit at us. And you didn't get to make out.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I've had those, like, it's like 7 kids all in an aisle. Or all in one row of the movie theater. And there's like 2 couples making out. And then I'm there with, like, I'm like the funny guy of the 2 girls that are best friends, and it's just us 2, and they're probably lesbians right now. And I was just making them laugh, and...
All because of their experience with Jesse.
Yeah. They're like, we can't deal with men. Alright, so you're sober now.
Have been.
You have been sober for 4 years? 4.5?
4.5? A little over 4.5, something like that.
What is your new addiction? You got to replace it with something.
I've been getting a lot of tattoos. I won't say that's, an addiction, but...
Well, you like the pain, I think.
Well, okay. I don't know. I don't know what... I really don't know what the attraction is to it, but it's there.
Well, the thing is, you get good tattoos. It's not like you're getting, like, little Kermit the Frog, like, tiny $50 size tattoos all over yourself, like some people I know. But you actually get them planned out. They're well done.
Actually, like, one of my arms I didn't plan out at all. I let her pick everything.
Oh, shit. Was she hot?
No, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, but was she hot?
No, she's super cool, though. She's my favorite.
Okay.
She's awesome.
I'm trying to think of the mindset of whatever you want. Just I'm a canvas.
Okay. And I thought about it after the fact, and I think that was kind of part of it was, like no control in it.
Right.
And it was just like, look, you do cool art shit, and I don't know anything about art, so just do what you do. Like, just show me when I show up, and, like, we'll roll with it.
Damn.
And it's kind of like that lack of control there. It was like, oh, man, that's pretty appealing.
Gave you a little tingle in your balls.
Right.
Interesting.
Because it was, relatively risky, because it's going to be on my body for the rest of my life.
So, but you haven't moved it on to, like, dangerous activities. Like, maybe getting a motorcycle or bungee jumping, skydiving.
No, I will probably do some of that.
Right. So it's thrill-seeker activities
right.
that you move on to. But you haven't got onto cigarettes or coffee.
No. I fucking hate coffee.
That's the number one thing I feel like addicts go to. It's like, well, they provide cigarette breaks at AA meetings and free coffee.
Right.
So it's like, it's a win-win. And sometimes donuts.
So, well, pretty rarely. Sometimes cookies.
Ooh,
Cookies.
okay.
Cookies more than donuts.
So I'm an addict. I'll say that right now. And one of my drawbacks of getting clean is the actual AA, NA, whatever meeting that comes along with it. And
Okay.
just like sitting there and listening to people drone on about their shit. Like for
Right.
some reason, I don't want to come off as insensitive, but it's kind of like, all right, yeah, I get it. Like, you know, like
Well-
nothing you're gonna say is gonna make me be like, oh my god, you know. Maybe I'm just too cynical, but
I'll tell you one thing. In that, most addicts or alcoholics are like selfish people to begin with.
right,
I can be very fucking selfish. So the last thing I want to do is like listen to somebody bitch about their problems.
right.
1000%. And there is it gets to a point where you just got to do what you got to do. Where if this is what keeps me sober or like helps me stay sober, then whatever, I got to do it. It's just part of it,
Right.
And it's not. I don't fucking like going to AA meetings.
Yeah.
They suck dick. But like it's just part of the process.
But did you feel like going to them actually helped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially initially, especially in a small place like Lafayette where there was chances are there's people you're getting fucked up with. It's like, oh man, if that piece of shit can get sober, I probably have a chance.
Been sober 7 years.
Right.
It's like, Jesus. All right. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I hope I'm not offending you by openly drinking in front of you. It's
Like I said, I would be more offended if you didn't.
yeah, that's the attitude I like.
Yeah, for somebody to adjust their lifestyle based on changes that I've made is ridiculous, and that's an expectation I shouldn't have.
Well, I'll definitely I'll call on you to be my sponsor when and if I actually do give up the booze.
Until you know.
Yeah, until the doctor's like, "Hey man, you're dying.
Hey, look, brother, you're pretty yellow right now.
Your
Why didn't
eyes
knock it
are
off?"
yellow and your gut is out to the ceiling." All right, so when was the last time you stalked someone on social media?
Holy shit, I stay far away from that. I don't like doing that.
What is I mean, truth be told, I follow a lot of Instagram models on Instagram.
I've noticed.
Yeah, it's just
part of it.
it's eye candy, right?
Right.
It's not like I'm like hitting them up and like, hey, let's hang out. What the fuck am I talking about? The way I look at it is, remember like Playboy magazines, how regular they were?
Right?
It's sort of just like a Playboy magazine on your phone.
It is. Do you think that's disrespectful in any way to your significant other? Yes? No? No? Maybe?
Because here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if there was some beefcake that she was looking at, but if it was in the same spirit as me, then I would have no problem with it.
So if it's like a tall, skinny kind of alcoholic guy
if he
on
looked
Instagram.
just like me,
Yeah.
that would be a little concerning. It's like, well, this guy has $150 billion to his
Ew,
name.
what the fuck?
No, but I look at it as just like, it's mindless scrolling while I'm shitting. Like,
Okay.
it's pretty harmless, right?
Okay.
But I'm wondering, back in your single days, was there any time like you're like looking at her page and you're like, oh, is she commenting on this guy, or oh, who's posting on her wall, like, or commenting on her shit? Like, was there any of that in your previous relationships?
While I was in a relationship?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, yes. At some point, I can't think of like a specific time, but it's like, it's pretty easy to pick up on that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know?
Also, I think a lot of that energy that comes with all that activity is, it's a young man's game.
It is.
You know, like
it really is.
You get worked up, and now, what are you, 30?
32.
32? Okay,
32.
so, yeah, I think we've kind of passed the threshold of getting worked up about nonsense.
Well, yeah, it's like if you want to do it, go fucking do it.
Right. It's just like, all right, well, we're all going to die one day. What are you going to do? But that's kind of been my mindset for a while, but it's still a little like, you can get jealous, and I don't know. It's a little weird. It's like the weirdest emotion I think a human can have.
Isn't it strange? It is. It's really weird.
It's so stupid.
And and again, I think that's a young, immature reaction.
Yeah.
Like jealousy over that kind of stuff. Because I haven't encountered that in a while. Also, I think feeling like secure in a relationship is part of that too.
That's the whole point. Is like, that's why I feel like, yeah, I can look at Instagram models, no big deal.
Because she's secure in her relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She knows I'm not going anywhere.
So you can do it based on your partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want it, like if you have something that's so locked up, it's just like, all right, what the hell what are we?
Right.
What the hell's the deal here? What would be different about me having a stack of Playboys like every other fucking 1980s dad out there?
Yeah, except they like hit him on top of a cabinet or something. Like,
right in the bathroom.
It wasn't just sitting on the.
All right, so last year was a troubling time for all of us. You got COVID.
I had COVID.
What the fuck, bro? Are
I
you
know.
infecting me right now? What the hell's happening?
If there's anybody that deserves to be infected, first off, it would be you. So
Do you think I would survive?
No.
Did you come here to kill me, sir?
Yeah, this is like a QAnon, like
Stealth.
deep state. Jesse LaSala's
All
a
right,
target.
he's not a Trump supporter. Let's get him out of there.
Oh, he has so many people listening to his podcast. We need to take him out now.
There's a high demand for my
Well,
death.
I understand.
I understand the rate is up to upwards of $10. So enjoy that, sir.
Out of my price range.
So me and Maddie feel like we had COVID
Okay.
early, like in February,
Okay.
and so possibly all three of us, we're good to go. We got the antibodies.
That's kind of what I'm banking on right now. I still take precautions. I still wear my mask.
Right. You're not wearing one right now.
Well,
again, this goes along with.
There's people I'm willing to put in harm's way,
That's-
and you are high up on that list.
That is the overwhelming feeling I'm getting right now. No, but whenever you go into a place, having had COVID, do you feel some sort of invincibility?
Okay. Really, the weirdest part, I wish there was a shirt that said like, I've already had COVID.
I'm good.
Yeah,
It's just like a do sign.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm good. But the weirdest part was the reaction to it when, like, I had to tell work that I had it and stuff like that. It was like almost ashamed.
Wow.
Like it's almost like you're chastised for getting sick. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
What were you partying?
Yeah,
What were you fucking going to Orlando and dancing dickless at a fucking rave?
No, dog. I was working for you. Like, that's what I was doing.
I was wearing a mask at the grocery store.
I was making you money, and I got COVID. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like a stigma.
It is. It's weird.
I think everyone who had it should get a tattoo to bring
wow.
it all around on their fucking face.
You are making people get tattoos for a certain reason.
I don't know.
Crossing some dangerous ground.
That's not Nazi. I don't know. That's just, let everyone know. All right, what is the meanest and cruelest thing you've ever done in your life
Holy fuck.
that you would like to repent from? Just lay it all out there, and then you'll be excused and forgiven.
Oh, shit. The meanest thing?
I'll tell you mine after as well. Don't worry.
Okay, it was like... I didn't...
As long as it wasn't like yesterday.
No, it wasn't yesterday. Man, I was probably like 18 or 19. I had to have been 18. I just got shit-faced at the keg. Some good old keg, underage drinking. And me and my friend, it was like pissing down raining. We're standing underneath this covering on somebody's front doorstep. And there's this box, like this big wooden box. And like there's a car sitting right there. We're waiting on somebody to pick us up. And it was just like, oh, dude, throw that fucking box into that windshield. And we did it. And like, I've felt bad about it ever since. And I wish I could find that person and be like, look, here's some cash. This happened. I'm not admitting to it,
But here you go.
Look, if your windshield was damaged back in the day, this should cover it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that's probably not the meanest thing I've done, but that's like just a senseless act that I committed that like just still doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah. Well, if that's the thing that comes to mind, then obviously. But I was thinking something like personal, like between like a scorned lover or.
God, the meanest thing.
I'll tell you mine, just to let you think.
Okay.
In 8th grade.
Ooh, 8th grade.
I was dating a girl, quote unquote.
Okay.
Like, are y'all seeing each? Are y'all going steady? That kind of shit.
Passing notes and whatnot.
Right.
Okay.
And she was not the prettiest girl, I also have to say, but she was into me, so that made her hotter, right?
Right. Okay.
Because she was giving me attention, and she was just like, we had basically the same route to class every day. And so she would see me and I would see her, and I'd be with my boys, and she'd be like, hi. And then so right around Valentine's Day, she had passed me a note or some shit that was like, do you want to go out? Blah, 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 you're so cute, blah. And I circled yes, and I was just like, and then I passed it to her one day. And then on Valentine's Day, I actually got her a gift. Like, on the way to school, I was like, Mom, you gotta stop at fucking Walgreens or whatever it was. And I just ran in, give me $10. I ran and got one of those huge Hershey Kisses, like the ones that are as big as your face.
Yeah.
And that was my gift to her. And I just, like, shoved it to her at some point. And her gift to me was, like, this throw pillow that you could tell she took from her parents' couch. And she just wrote, I'm not going to include her name, but she wrote her name with a heart and then with my name, Jesse, forever. And she put it on my desk whenever I walked into class because she knew what class I was going into. And I was like, I want my chocolate back. Like, I was upset. I was like, I could have eaten that entire, like, I was upset that I didn't get to have that chocolate. This bitch gave me a fucking throw pillow.
Everyone knows now. Why did you do that?
Yeah, it was so embarrassing. I was like, we're supposed to keep this on the DL. What are you doing?
Damn. That's,
It lowered my stock. You know?
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
Which probably wasn't high to begin with. So it's like, I'm
how
fighting
dare
for every
you,
point
sir.
I can get.
I was peaking in 8th grade. How dare you?
I can believe that.
But shout out to that nameless, beautiful soul that I'm sorry, because I still feel bad about it. I think about it.
I hope you're okay. And
yeah, but I still wonder if she ate that entire chocolate to the head that night.
She probably did.
Just fucking taking chunks off of it on AIM. He was such an asshole.
Oh, God, the away messages. Absolutely.
I'm not feeling it right now.
No one messaged me.
Lyrics. Come on, man. We all got there.
Okay, so this is kind of not. It wasn't done in the sense of mean-spirited shenanigans, but in hindsight, it's pretty mean-spirited. So, this is middle school, so like, there's no cell phones. You're just calling people's houses. The weekend, all the girls are at one house, all the guys are at one house.
Is Josh there?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my God, they're on and everybody like talks into this one phone. So, God, like, you call for a specific girl and you use a different voice and you're like, hey, this is, so-and-so, this is Luke from this class. Do you want to go out with me? And then it never actually happened. And so, you show up to school and this girl's like, oh, yeah, me and Luke are dating now. And then, like, he has no fucking clue.
Oh, shit. So you pranked as someone else?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Wow. Okay, that's next level. I like that.
Well.
That's an extra amount of proof.
Yeah, and, you gotta do what you gotta do in the price of comedy. That's showbiz. That's what they say. That's showbiz.
And we're back. My guest today is Mr. Austin Hoffpauir. He is known for breaking young girls' hearts by way of prank phone calling them and leading them on to believe that their crush is dating them. Yes?
Yes.
How can you live with yourself?
Well, it's a day-to-day thing.
That is pretty mean, but I don't know. One time I threw a drink in my sister's face because I got her the wrong drink.
Oh, nice. So you fucked up, and you threw
I
a drink in
fucked
her
up,
face.
but she gave me shit about it, and I had just gotten broken up with, or no, I had just learned that the girl who I thought I was dating someone else, and I had just gotten that news, and then I gave her like a Dr. Pepper or something. She was like, "I wanted a sun kiss," and I was like, "Here's your fucking sun kiss." And I threw it in her face, and she started crying.
I couldn't see at that age, like up until halfway through high school, probably. My sister was a gymnast. My sister was fucking jacked, dude. She was ripped.
She could kick your ass.
Holy fuck! In a heartbeat, dude. She could bend me in half.
She just stands on one arm,
Yeah,
lifting
shut
her
up,
whole
Austin.
body.
Yeah, so that I couldn't throw any drinks. Which sister was that? Which sister did you do that to?
My younger sister, Isabel.
Ooh, did you apologize?
Eventually,
Eventually.
like last month,
Ah.
I had a come to Jesus moment.
Look, man, when it happens, it happens. You can't rush those kind of things.
So you still have that same fucking truck that we used to gig with?
No.
What is that? out
No,
there?
that's a Suburban.
Oh shit, sir.
Oh, yeah.
What? Okay, so you have a big car, but you've always had big cars, big
Yes.
trucks. Do you have road rage stories that have emanated from the fact that you have a big car, big vehicle?
As in me being the aggressor?
I would say, I don't know. When I'm on the road and I'm driving, I always look at a big vehicle as sort of a threat. So I try to stay out of their way or, pass them or whatever. So maybe there's some sort of stigma just within myself. But I think there are other people out there who they see a big, imposing vehicle like that and maybe they act aggressive towards you. Have you had people like flick you off or?
Oh, plenty of times. Well, I had one situation in Dallas where I was driving my work truck and it was 2 lanes and it was going down to 1 lane and it was traffic cones. So there was construction. And my eyes are bad to begin with. Probably wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden I look up and I'm about to hit these traffic cones and there's a guy on the side of me and he won't fucking let me in. And I honk the horn and I hit one of these cones, I sideswipe it and then I get in the lane. And then we pull up to each other at the light, and this dude fucking lays into me. Just ate my ass.
Asian guy or Jewish guy?
Oh, no. This was a middle-aged white man.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, exactly. I think he had a come and take it sticker on his truck, probably. Maybe a thin blue line sticker. And I don't know, maybe he might have found, wife took the kids in divorce, who knows? He probably had some shit going on because he took some stuff out of me. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. It was a reaction.
It was a moment in time.
Right.
What are you going to do?
You should have let me in.
You're going to shoot me? You go hunting or just fishing?
Both.
Okay. So, do you have any remorse whenever you're killing an animal?
Okay, well, the hunting, I only go duck hunting, really. So birds, I don't particularly care for birds to begin with. They're shifty. Birds are weird.
They're reptiles. They're like dinosaur leftovers.
Birds are sketchy. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. So, I don't really have any remorse in that respect.
Do you eat the ducks?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
See, that's always the justification is well, I'm taking it home and cooking it, so fuck off.
Right, exactly. No, my dad taught me when I was a kid, if you're going to shoot something, you're going to eat it. So, I shot a blackbird once. He made me eat a blackbird.
Wow.
So, I learned pretty quick.
Don't. What about
don't show my dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the squirrels in your closet.
Right.
They're starting to stink, sir. Yeah. I've never shot an animal. I've shot a gun before, but it's I don't know. I think I have to get used to it. You know, like with this whole apocalypse sort of atmosphere we're living in right now. I feel like I need to get a gun, and I need to learn how to shoot some things, whether it's cans.
Well, it kind of sounds like you're trying to build yourself up to shoot a person.
Well, that's on the horizon if someone tries to fuck with me at beep street on beep. Come test your luck, sir. Actually, I have bear mace, and I really do want to use. Like, I went to vote on election day in Brooklyn, and it was a very sketchy neighborhood. And I brought
the whole thing sounds sketchy.
Yeah.
Voting in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and it wasn't the best neighborhood. And I brought bear mace with me, and I tested it out. Like first, like right when I stepped out of the apartment, I was looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I want to see how this shit flies. And so I took the little hook off, and obviously I sprayed it into like a vacant lot,
Right.
which there are a lot of. And I just, I was like, oh, this is how it comes out. Okay. I wish a motherfucker would. And no one did. And actually, I went there, and the line was so long, and I was like, Biden's probably going to win New York. All right,
I'll mail it in.
I'm going home.
I was at my parents' house one time. At my parents' house, I was a kid. My grandmother had this drawer in like her room that she had in the back of her house, and I found some mace back there. I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna check it out. So I go outside, and I spray it, but I accidentally sprayed it upwind, so it just comes straight back at me, and just fucked my world up. And I run inside, and like I'm snotting everywhere, and like I'm gagging. My mom's like, what the fuck? And I can't even really talk to tell her what the deal is, so I just like slammed the mace thing on the counter, and it was, it turned into a pretty big thing.
Yeah, that's a terrible feeling to hurt yourself.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the last time, like, I can think of it as a kid where there was a cat outside of my window, and it was like this shit cat, and it would harass our other cats, and I saw it, and I went to, like, hit the window to be like, get out of here, cat, and I bust the whole window down. That's embarrassing whenever you hurt yourself trying to do something that you deem heroic or for a good cause.
I'm trying to help. Look, I'm just trying to help.
Right. Yeah. Like today I went and played basketball, and a ball went rolling past me, and I almost got up to get it, and I was like, my back is kind of sore.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like, you're taking a risk of looking like a complete asshole by helping out. I completely understand that, and I shy away from those scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, you go to kick it back, but you kick it the complete opposite
Yeah,
direction.
you kick it over the fence,
right, exactly. And then
into the traffic.
Why the fuck is this guy here?
Sorry, mate. I meant to kick it straight on, right back to you.
Right, that's when you give him a fake name and like use a fake accent.
My name's Jeffrey, and I'm only here for another day. All right, what is your morning and night routine? I'm curious, and I know the listeners are...
It's a riveting subject matter.
They're very interested in this, but...
Like, from as soon as I wake up?
Yeah, as soon as you wake up...
Shit.
You got any, like, special...
Well, are we talking about a work day? Are we talking about a weekend? What's
interesting. I would say work day is more interesting.
Work day, okay.
Because that's more on the nose.
Okay. Well, recently, since I've been back and working remote, I don't have a commute anymore, obviously, so I wake up, probably... I'm a routine person. If I get out of routine, my shit gets all out of whack. So I get up about 6:45, 7, something like that. I just kind of hang out, like wake up, go fuck with the cats a little bit, give them some treats, tell them what's up.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the first things I do when I wake up is give those cats treats because they get so fucking jacked up about it that you are, for 10 seconds, you are the coolest fucking person on the planet.
Yeah, you're God.
You are God. Like, holy shit, he's out of the room. The time is now.
Give us treats!
So I give him treats. I kind of I bask in that for a minute. Enjoy, watch him just inhale them.
They don't even enjoy them. That's the
exactly.
roughest part. It's just it's down the gullet before they can even chew it up and be like, oh, this is savory. This is salty. Oh.
Well, and you got to toe a fine line there because like you give one extra and they're throwing it back up. So
yes, we deal with many vomits
right
in this house,
and it's like the first initial gamble of the day. And okay, then pretty standard. Go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wake myself up, and accept the fact that this is life.
You're still alive.
I'm still alive. I woke up another day.
This world is sort of shit.
Yeah, right. Restraining myself from like building a cabin in the woods and cutting myself.
Loner.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get on a conference call and I talk some shit to everyone as often as possible, and that's how it starts.
How can you live with yourself knowing that there are children starving across the world?
Well,
pretty well, right? Get along pretty nice.
Get along okay. I get along okay. You do what you can when you can.
Yeah, have you ever donated money to nefarious causes on accident?
Nefarious causes?
Well,
I can't.
Red Cross, etc.
Oh, okay. The first time that I saw like a breakdown of the percentage of funds that go from these nonprofits to the actual cause, I was disgusted.
Yeah.
And then I really hate I'm checking out and it pops up on the goddamn credit card machine. Like, don't fucking force me. Like, don't say, "Oh, do you want to round?" Like, no, you're gonna make me feel like an asshole in public. Don't guilt trip me into giving away money.
It's only $1. It's like, I overspent on this shopping trip. All right, I bought the good lettuce.
Do you see what I'm buying? I need that fucking $1. You give me $1.
I'm getting discount hot dogs and government cheese and really expensive lettuce, and you're asking me for an extra $1. I don't like it whenever it's the cashier that's like, "Would you like to donate $1 for blah 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 St. Jude's kids?" It's like, those kids are gonna die.
Because I start to question how much of that money actually gets there,
especially
through Facebook.
Yeah.
All those it's my birthday, donate to whatever the fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No. These kids need hair pieces in Africa, and it's like I don't fucking know. If I saw a picture of a kid with a fresh toupee, then I'm like, okay, damn dog,
all right,
looking good.
That shit looks neat.
You look good.
All right, I'm gonna finish you up here. I have some fun facts.
Oh shit!
And I just want you to realize them.
Okay. New information.
The Trump rioters at the Capitol building reportedly defecated in the bathrooms, brought their feces into the Capitol building, and smeared it throughout the hallways.
Wait, so they
shit in the building. They gained access to the building.
And then they used the Capitol
bathroom.
Why didn't they just shit outside?
Exactly. That's what a true anarchist does.
Absolutely.
Is you shit in the hallway, sir,
right.
And then you pick it up and you scream at people, and then you smear it.
Right. You look people in the eye while you do it. And
you're squatting and shitting. Ah!
You watch me like the animal that I am.
No, these people had the polite decency to go to the bathroom inside of there, and then carry their own shit out and smear it. That's a bitch move. Yes or no?
Absolutely. I would have been more pleased if they had been hiding shit in places that you couldn't find. Right. They're tucking shit up in air vents or smearing it under your desk or something like that. I would have been much more satisfied with that.
Like under the desk, you know?
And door handles and desk handles. I would have been much more happy with that.
Be better, terrorists. Napoleon Bonaparte was buried without his penis.
Whoa, where'd it go?
During the autopsy, the doctor allegedly decided to take Napoleon's penis, presumably as a bizarre souvenir. The doctor gave it to a priest for safekeeping, and the priest smuggled it to a part of Croatia. I don't even know where the fuck that is. Croatia?
Oh, I'm gonna give a priest a dick for safekeeping. Okay.
Yeah. What did he do but make a mold of it and have it multiplied?
Sorry, man. I lost it.
I promise you it's not up my ass right now. After a male octopus breeds with a female, he develops dementia. He then lives the rest of his life confused, with apparently no knowledge of previous events. Have you ever had sex that good, Austin?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people do that, where
They're still with their abusive husband. I don't remember him beating me, but I remember that sex.
Yeah, I don't want to remember that person I met last night.
That's pretty fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I
I didn't know
will have to
that.
say.
That's interesting. So do they mate again? Does it say that?
I don't think he ever gets to do it again. I think she just moved on to some
Fuck.
other, some other fuck boy, some octopus fuck boy. There are currently 100 deceased people in the United States, including baseball legend Ted Williams, whose bodies are frozen in liquid nitrogen in hope that future technology will be able to revive them.
Who's maintaining that? Who's paying for that?
Us, the
Where is that?
taxpayers.
That is a taxpayer program.
We need Ted Williams back, along with these other fucking rich fucks who want their legacy to live on with just their head.
Somebody watched Futurama and said, like, this is it. This is the plan.
When are aliens going to actually come down and grace us with their presence?
Ooh. I don't think ever.
Really?
Yeah. Who would want a part in it, you know?
Here's my thing. They recently came out and told us that they exist and it's official. I think because the aliens have made it known, hey, we're coming down. You should probably give them like a little heads up.
Right. Give them, a little warning.
They've probably known about this for 60, 70 years, if not more. And I think it's a little precursor to, oh, by the way, yeah, there are aliens. We're trying to work with them, but
Look, things
they're
are
1,000 times
things aren't
smarter than
going
us.
too good.
Yeah.
We got enough things to worry about at home. We can't really focus on aliens right now.
Yeah, they want to bomb our entire Earth to make way for a new one, so...
We gave all our alien money in your stimulus check, so alien money gone. We're fucked.
So what's the easiest way out of this world, death-wise?
Oh, what?
I mean, besides dying in your sleep, that's pretty... I think that's probably number one on everyone's list. You know, you go to sleep one night, and you just never wake up.
Okay.
What's the second best?
Like, we talking painless? Are we quick? What's the
I mean,
the
that's up
situation
to
here?
you, brother, because, I mean, I want the quick shit, where it's just like, bah! Done. I don't want to be, like, laying out on the street like, someone call an ambulance. Ah, I'm, like, crying. I'm yelling the N-word, you know, just...
No, did you ever see that documentary about the guy in Colorado that turned a bulldozer into a tank?
No.
It was, oh, dude.
It's a
Dude,
documentary
It's-
about that?
absolutely. He spent, like, I think it was a few weeks just welding all these plates of steel around a fucking bulldozer. He put a camera system, he put, like, gun turret holes, he put an AC in it, and he just drove through this town just fucking wrecking shop.
Wow.
Like, tearing, because these people had fucked him over. Like, the local government, they just shafted him on a bunch of shit. And he just said,
He was like, fuck it.
"Yep, I'm out. This is it."
Interesting.
And dude, that is fucking rad.
That's a good way to go out.
100%. If you're gonna go out, make it count.
I agree with that. That's well, except for like school shooters. That's pretty shitty.
Okay, well,
Don't do that for
Yeah.
sure. But actually, anytime you want to die, for sure don't kill any other people. But destroy property. Absolutely.
well, you could, there's probably there's a niche on the black market for everything. If you want to die, you can probably say, "Hey, look, who's trying to kill somebody?"
Right. Or there's a documentary about Oregon. I think it's called To Die in Oregon. You can just go. I think it's legal there. You can just go and take this like drink,
Mm-hmm.
and you can be surrounded by your loved ones. You're like laying on a bed, and everyone like takes turns saying goodbye to you, and you drink the drink, in several doses, and you're just done. You just like you have like a nice little peaceful night.
Ooh, well,
That's dark.
you know, as dark as driving a steel-plated bulldozer is through Colorado, I think that is a little bit darker.
That takes the cake, right? All right, so when are we going to play music again? What the hell is going on?
As soon as possible, dude. As soon as possible.
So
That's
right after this podcast, we're going to go out there and make some noise.
We're gonna make some noise.
And
We'll see if we both remember how to play.
Well, it's been a while, but I have faith.
You know what? I've just been doing like Bedroom Hero for the last I don't know how many years.
You're just like slashing
And
your boxers.
And I have nobody to like. Oh yeah, that was dog shit. Oh yeah, that was good. So like, I'm just wondering how warped my perception is. I've really just been making incoherent noise for the last 5 years.
Hey man, if it's in the right key, you can get away with anything.
That's jazz, baby.
Austin Hoffpauir, thank you so much for being on the show.
A pleasure as always. Thank you.
And until next time, don't die!